One of Breathe for Change's foundational SELF strategies is called the Breathe Bottle. Breathe Bottle aligns with the social-emotional learning competencies of self-management and also self-awareness. This practice is incredible for both teachers and students in supporting them in calming themselves down, centering, and refocusing the mind. So often, both students and teachers are stressed, overwhelmed, overworked. They're sad, they're angry, they're upset, they're frustrated. We're experiencing a wide range of emotions in schools. And so this Breathe Bottle gives us the opportunity to sit with the emotions that are showing up for us, even if our mind is twirling, and settling our thoughts so that we can become calmer and calmer and calmer. So how this works is you create and you'll make up your own Breathe Bottle. You'll put water, glue, and glitter in a really awesome bottle like this. And when you shake it up, the glitter, which is all over the place in the bottle when you shake it up, is like the thoughts in the mind that are running fast and rapid when you're feeling upset or anxious or overwhelmed or angry, for example. So how I would introduce this concept is I would ask students, so when you're feeling, upset or angry or frustrated or stressed, like, what's happening with your thoughts? And then they may say something like they're running around 1,000,000 miles an hour. Or they may say they're all over the place. Or they're super anxious, it's everywhere. And you'll say, yeah, so that's exactly what's happening here. If you notice the glitter, you can imagine that if you're feeling upset or overwhelmed or angry, that this is what your thoughts are like. So we use the Breathe Bottle to shake up our thoughts and then watch the thoughts as they slowly dissipate. And depending on how much glitter you put in the Breathe Bottle, it may take 1 minute for it to settle, it could take 3 minutes for it to settle, or anywhere in between, above or beyond. And you'd practice it with your students multiple times to show them how the thoughts settle. And then once they see it, and the glitter's all the way at the bottom, then you can have them bring their hands to their heart. Notice how they're feeling. Maybe they're feeling relaxed or calm. And then ask them to share. And then you could ask them, how are you feeling different from before? And they may say something like, before I was like anxious and my thoughts are all over the place. So this introduction of the Breathe Bottle is so important. The conversation, the dialogue around it is super, super critical for them to understand for themselves how they might draw on this when they're in the panic zone or whether they're in a state of anger, frustration, fear in the classroom or outside the classroom. So what I do in my classroom is I put the Breathe Bottle in my peace corner. And then whenever I tell students that whenever they're feeling like they need a moment, or they need to settle their thoughts, or they need support, they can go shake up the bottle and then just wait with it and observe it as the glitter falls, just like their thoughts will. And then when they're ready, they can come out of the peace corner. And you can also put Breathe Bottles all over the place and teach your students the recipe so that they can have one at home too, as a tool to support them in settling their mind, focusing their thoughts, and really feeling centered in their bodies. So I'm super excited for you to try out the Breathe Bottle in the classroom, and really hope that you use it for yourself too as a strategy to help you feel focused, prepared, and ready to go. So here are just a few examples of how you can use the Breathe Bottles with students in the classroom. I have a question for you. Sometimes, do you have a lot of thoughts going through your head? Like, what are some of the things that you think about?
I have dreams.
He has dreams, and he thinks about his dreams. Totally. Do you ever think about, what am I going to do next? I want to see my friends. I want to talk to my mommy, right? There's things that happen all the time. And sometimes, do you always feel happy? Yes? That's awesome. So sometimes you said no? What's other ways that you feel sometimes when you're not happy? Okay.
Tired.
Who else has ever felt angry, sad, or tired? Yeah, me.
Always tired because I stay when we make them.
Oh, we'll have to work on that.
My cousin has Fortnite Jack.
But can I ask you a question? So when you feel angry, sad, and tired, do your thoughts go all over the place? Like, ah!
Yeah, like why did I have a bill? Like if I read bills, I would not die.
Yep. So this is called a breathe bottle. Isn't that cool? And who sees what's inside of the breathe bottle?
Glitter.
Lots of glitter. And you can imagine that the glitter is like your thoughts. When can you show me what an angry face looks like? Or what does a sad face look like? Or frustrated? Or, afraid? So when you're feeling any of those ways, your mind is probably going all over the place, right? So imagine that this is your mind. You see? It's shaking, shaking, shaking. And so what we're going to do is I want you to imagine that you're angry or you're sad. Okay, ready? Do it. And now we're going to watch the breathe bottle. And just like the glitter's falling, it's like our thoughts. So just watch it. And take deep breaths while we're watching it. And is almost all the glitter at the bottom.
That's right at the bottom.
And bring your hands to your heart for a second. And notice, how do you feel after looking at at the breathe bottle?
Still tired.
Happy,
still happy.
You feel happy? Who else? He feels calm. Who else feels calmer after looking at the breathe bottle? Me too. So whenever you're feeling upset, give me an upset. Or angry. Or afraid. Or scared. What do you think we can do? We should shake it up and then watch it to help calm our minds down so we can feel all better. Does that sound good?
That's what I've learned.
Raise your hand if you love the breathe bottle and you can use it.
I already have a breathe bottle.
You already have a breathe bottle? See?
But my mom threw it away.
Well, you know what? I have good news. We're going to teach all of your parents and your family how to make these breathe bottles so you can have one at home too. It's just water. What else do you think is in here?
It's glitter.
Glitter and glue. That's it. Water, glitter, and glue, and then you can make one for your home.
So wait, what do we put in first? Glitter, water, or glue?
I think you put water in first, then you add the glitter, and then last you put the glue, and then you put the top on, and you glue the top on so that you can shake it all over and it won't come out. So we can make one together soon, but for now, I'll teach your families how to do it so you can make it with them at home. Does that sound good?
Touch this.
Yay! Thank you all. Say bye, breathe bottle. Okay, so I have a question for all of you. How many of you are always super happy and calm and collected? Yeah, right. What are some emotions that you come to school with that are kind of hard to deal with? sometimes?
Sadness, anger.
Sadness, anger, anxiety, totally, stress. Yeah. So, I feel that those emotions all the time too. And one of the things that I love to do, which I think is super powerful, is this is called a breathe bottle. And the glitter, you can consider that the glitter is like your thoughts. And like when you're super anxious, which happens to me sometimes, is like your thoughts, are they like super slow and steady? No, they're like running all over the place, right? So whenever you're feeling like anxious or upset or angry, you can shake up this breathe bottle, and it's exactly like your thoughts are like, it's like what your thoughts are. It's like you're, ah! And when you watch it, what do you think happens to the glitter? It starts to calm down. And so if you just spend like a few minutes with your breathe bottle when you're like pissed off or upset or anxious, you can just like shake it up like how you feel inside, and then put it down and just watch it. And we're gonna try it, and I wanna see what you notice. So kind of like, tap into something that may make you feel like not that good, and we'll try it out, we'll test it, okay? So think about in your mind, like something that's, you're coming in with like, whether it's like anxiety that you typically feel before a test or something. All right, now are you ready for the experiment? Now just watch it. Connecting to your breathing as you watch the glitter fall. You can just notice how you feel now versus how you felt a few moments ago. What was that like for all of you?
Soothing.
What'd you say?
Soothing.
Soothing. Cool. What were you saying?
It's really settling.
Settling. Awesome. You'd agree? It's pretty profound. That was like less than a minute, probably, or maybe a minute, I don't know. And you can just like feel, you get the thoughts that bubble up in our head. We can use this as a tool to like recenter ourselves. Isn't that awesome? So yeah, it's super easy to make one. All you have to do is put water, glue, and glitter in a bottle, and it like creates that ability for the glitter to sink. So whether you're in a classroom and you need, there's stress before a test and you're like, I need to like cool myself down, or you're at home and you're having a fight with your brother or your sister or whatever, you can totally use this as a tool for you. Cool, huh? Awesome.